About a year ago, I shared this chart with all of you. It's a really simple concept: top, bottom, recovery, rally. Top, bottom, recovery, rally. And what this has shown us ever since January 1st, 2014, is that we can use every single year to plot what we should be expecting for the year to come. When we entered 2014, it was a bottoming year. And then we finally hit our bottom somewhere here in 2015. And then we started the recovery, which happened in 2015, which is true. Then we saw the rally that happened in 2016. And then 2017 was our top year. But it doesn't just stop there. We see the same thing. January 2018, we see Bitcoin entering the bottom year, which is what it did. Then we see a recovery, we see a rally into a top year. Now, this top year was pretty lame. I thought things were going to go a lot higher. So did a lot of other people, to be honest. But Bitcoin did make a new high just at $69,000 or so in November 2021. And then we get into the next top. So that means bottom. We see recovery and a rally, and now we have a top year. Now, the problem with this top year is that it's been a higher high, but a lot lower than a lot of people thought. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been expecting BTC to go up a lot higher. Specifically, I was making a claim that BTC should be moving its way up to $173,000. That was the same case, and actually that worked out extremely well. Back over here, from our high in 2017 to our low in 2018, that was our top. Marked it perfectly. This time, we are lucky to even get back above 125, 130,000. I still think it's possible that BTC pushes above to $150,000. But still, you have to admire the fact that this has worked so well. Now, this isn't necessarily even tied to halvings at all. This is just working off of every single year from 2014 up to where we are now. So you have to admit that this is working really well. And there's one more thing you have to know about this too. If I just take this away, we have some incredible indicators available to you guys, to the better traders. One of them is TBT divergence. This is a divergence indicator that tells us when there is a bullish or a bearish divergence. So bearish divergence is signified by this red triangle. You have to admit, seeing this red triangle here, July 2011, here, December 2013, both of these marked the top for those rallies. We have another one here, January 2018. This is the first one that's wrong. In September 2020, we saw a huge rally that proceeded after that. Then we see one printing here in May 2021, then another one here in November 2021. This is a cluster. A cluster is what happens when we get more than 3 of these happening within a set amount of bars. In this case, 7. So if we don't have this enabled, it's still just a normal TBT divergence, but this just highlights it as a cluster. Now, what we're looking at is a little bit preemptive because I'm filming this on Friday before you guys all see it on my Sunday. We already have a TBT bearish divergence here in August. And now we're looking at a second one for October. Things could change for October. Bitcoin could actually pump 6% and this could disappear. But you have to admit, one thing is crazy about all this. Location, location, location. Seeing TBT divergences like this in a top year, which is what 2021 was, it's pretty amazing because that's exactly what we're seeing right now. I still think that Bitcoin can go higher. I still think that we will see BTC up to $150,000. But to be honest, I've already taken some profit out at $124,000 when it moved up there just about a week ago. The main thing is not to gloat or to get your hopes up, but it's a reality check. It's reminding you that we're about to finish our top year, which means we're heading into a bottoming year. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that disagree with me because of that you believe that we are now in a 5-year cycle or an extended cycle, or we're never going down cycle, we're never going below $100,000 cycle. Okay. But this pattern that's been extremely accurate ever since 2014, as far as it happening every single year, is starting up again. I want to remind you as well that each bear market we've seen has had some pretty nasty pullbacks. But before I get to that, go to the Better Traders. I've shared this content with people that are in the Better Traders Club already. People that are in the club know what's coming next year. I've been telling them literally all year long, yes, this is what I'm expecting this year, and this is what I'm going to be expecting for 2026. This is the kind of stuff and the information I've been sharing with them for a long time. Our courses also have a ton of tools and information and techniques that you can use, whether it's a bull market or a bear market. And you don't need leverage to trade in a bear market. You need good strategies. And that's what I teach you in this course. Now, there's also links to sign up for Phemex and also for BYDFi. Check out both of these exchanges because you get some crazy, ridiculous rewards when you sign up for both of these exchanges. Now, the reality is that every single retrace that we have is pretty disastrous. We have 93.75% back in 2011. Then we see over here 2013, 83%. I'm sorry, 86.6, 86.96. There we go. And then we got over here 2017 December to 2018 December, 84%. Over here, November 2021, November 2022, 77%. One thing that's really interesting about this, we can actually go back over here, because when was this? November to January or so. Yeah, this one took a lot longer. This was an extended bear market in 2014 and 15. One thing that's really interesting about the 2017 high to the 2018 low is that they were literally 12 months apart. Over here, November, same thing, November to November. So we need to do a thought exercise, ladies and gentlemen. If we are certainly heading into a bottoming year, then all we have to do is decide, well, if this was the top here in October, then that means we should be expecting the price of Bitcoin to bottom in October. Now, 55% is a very, very kind target, especially when we look and review, seeing this, 93, 87, 84, 77. So we can see it decreasing. Personally, I think that BTC is going to go down to at least $35,000, which is a 72% decrease, which actually works out well. Percentage-wise, that makes a lot of sense. Target-wise, it actually makes sense too. If you look at our Fibonacci levels, it's down here to the 272 of that cycle. If you look at our current ones, it breaks below the 618 where a lot of people think we'll find support. Maybe we go down even to 32 or 33K. But this is the general target that I'm looking at for BTC for next year. That means that we should expect everything else to fall anywhere between 90 to 95% over the next year. Again, this isn't something that's going to be quick and it's just going to be over with and we're just going to rip higher. This is basically my plan and my expectation for next year. Now, I'll give you two scenarios. Okay. Scenario one, and there are three. Scenario one is that BTC actually goes up to this level of 150K. So we actually see it go up higher, maybe even 140. But my downside target doesn't change. Just because BTC goes up a little bit higher, it doesn't change. And that will happen once Bitcoin, of course, goes back to 124, 126, and it pushes higher. I think 150K might be a blow off top. Okay? It doesn't change the bottom. If we see on the daily time frame, BTC happens to lose this level here of $106,000, and we just break it and drop lower, game over is happening faster. We're probably not going to see a push up to higher targets that I'm expecting by the middle of next month. And then that's that. But if Bitcoin can continue to push up higher, and we do push up here to 124,000, there's a huge chance that we're going to push up to 150K before the end of the year. But once we do, it doesn't change anything for me, for my expectations for next year. Now, the third scenario is that we break the 4-year cycle next year is not necessarily a bottoming year, but it's a really, really deep cut year. Either way, whether it's $35,000 or it's down here to 72,000, I think that we're going to see some sort of a correction next year. And the reality is that there'll still be some great trading to be done. But if you don't have the right mindset, and you're not paying attention to the signs and the patterns that we've seen play out so well over the last 11 years, you're going to be in a lot of pain next year wondering, wait, when is it going to bottom? I want to be explicitly clear. Just because the last two times we've seen the market top in December, bottom November, top in December, bottom in December, top in November, bottom in November. It doesn't necessarily mean that if this is the top in October that we bottom in October, but boy, oh boy, has it worked out really well. The other thing is that I could be wrong, and maybe there is going to be a big switch to quantitative easing. Maybe we're going to see BTC go up higher over the course of next year. Maybe we are going to go to $250,000. But the reality is that it's not just you that's tired. It's that, excuse me, Relative Strength Index has been telling us for quite some time. Bitcoin's really tired too. It's been trying its heart out right now. I don't really like this expression. It's not an expression. It's been trying its hardest to get RSI showing strength as the price has been pushing to higher highs above 100K. But this is looking extremely weak. Even now at the end of this month, this RSI is looking really bad. This should have you concerned and also skeptical of anyone saying, oh yeah, we're going to go up into a super cycle. It's going to go higher. There's no strength. And it's not just on the timeline. It's also an on-balance volume. We're seeing some signs of weakness and stalling here in terms of volume in general. Yes, it's kind of bullish. We've seen some crazy volume this month, but it's still not what it needs to be for us to go up a lot higher. So, what's it going to be, Western man? Are you going to be looking into next year as, no, we're breaking the 4-year cycle. We're going to go up to $250,000, another 144% move up? Or will we stay the course of what's happened for the last 11 years with top, bottom, recovery, rally? Personally, I've been preparing mentally for the the bear market to come next year. Might be happening sooner than expected, but nothing's changed. My suspicions about where Bitcoin's going to be going, my projections about price for BTC, and my expectations for alts to fall a lot more. I want you to understand one more thing. I learned to trade in crypto in 2018. I joined in late 2017 and I stuck around. It's been a brutal period of trading. But 2018, trading in a bear market is actually when I grew my portfolio significantly, not shorting the market. This is the stuff I talk about in 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. But I want to give you guys hope out there that you don't have to rely on leverage to actually turn a profit in crypto. You can do it on the spot market with A/B trading. And I want you to help, I'm getting over a cold. You can hear it in my voice, right? I want to help you guys out with some tips on A/B trading right here. Watch this video next. Until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.